It's been hard. It has been really hard in the last couple of days to stay consistent. I'm not gonna lie. It's been really, really hard. And I think one of the main reasons for that is that I stopped um, actually looking for like the small wins in my life. I stopped seeing the accomplishments and the good things that I was doing. And I was living life kind of like an NPC, right? Not taking the time to do some introspection and, just see how I felt, see what I did every single day, how it affected me, how my actions actually impacted my life. I was just living through life, and I think many people can actually agree with me that we we all have those periods, right? When we wake up in the morning and we just, life gets by us and we don't really go through life, but instead it's like we life gets through us and we're just living as an NPC. We're not it's not the main character syndrome. We're just living life and not experiencing life, right? We're just going by. And this is how I felt for the last couple of days because I stopped actually reflecting on my actions. And this is so important. Like, it's really, really important that you actually take the time to reflect on what you do every single day. First, because if you don't take that time, right, you just, life gets through you and you don't really have a say, right? You wake up every single day, you do the exact same things, you don't change anything, you don't take the time to reflect. And life, time just goes by so fast and you don't really understood what happened, and suddenly it's been a week and you're at the exact same place that you were last week. So that's not really good. And if you don't properly take the time to assess the situation every single day, you don't really know if it's been a good day or a bad day, right? Because if you don't stop, right, and at the end of every single day and just ask yourself, was today a good day? What did I do today? What did I actually do today that was good or bad? And you don't take that time, you're just bound to repeat the same mistakes every single day. This is what I did. This is what I did for the last couple of days. Excuse me. This is what I did for the last couple of days, last couple of weeks. Actually, I stopped reflecting, and I've been living life the last, let's say 3 weeks. The last 3 weeks as an NPC because I didn't reflect at the end of each day. You know what? Today I worked, but I could have worked more. Or today was a really good day, really productive day. I'm proud of myself, right? And so I could tweak tomorrow so that it would actually be a good day. This is why you should reflect every single day. At the end of a good day, right? You reflect because you want your next day to either be like today or to either not be like today, right? If you had a good day today, what did I do today that made it a good day, right? I slept good, ate good, trained, worked hard, and when it was time to work, I didn't allow distractions. I was actually on time with my schedule, all of those things, right? You reflect on the day that you just had. And if it was a bad day too, right, you need to know that. Oh, today I didn't train. I didn't work as much. Why? Because I was constantly distracting myself. I was brain rotting. I had my phone. It was on 24/7. My screen time was 10 hours. You have to reflect on what you did today and how it how it impacted you so that it either you want to reflect on what you did so you can either replicate it if it was a good day or avoid it if it was a bad day. And I failed to do that for the last couple of weeks, for the last 3 weeks, and life just got by. I blinked and suddenly we're in December. The last vivid thoughts that I remember having was in like mid November, beginning of November. And then I blinked, and just like that, we're in December. A whole month passed by because And nothing changed. Nothing changed for me because, like I said, I did not do any reflection, no introspections. I just lived life like a fucking NPC. And I'm pretty sure some of you can relate to that. And that's because you don't do any introspection or reflection at the end of a hard day, right? You want to know, was today a good day or a bad day? And the only way you can do it is by reflecting on that day. What did I do today? Right? Like, was it a good day? It's not rocket science, guys. Like it's so easy. It's not rocket science. You just reflect at the end of that day, or like tomorrow morning when you wake up. But I prefer at the end of the day because at the end of the day you can actually recalibrate easier, right? Because if you wake up in the morning, you have to count your sleep as well. So if you have a poor night of sleep, you'll have a poor day, like most likely. So this is why the previous, like at the end of the day, at night, just before going to bed, or preferably before, because you want a good night of sleep. So you should adjust your sleeping time, but whatever, like you should have a proper sleeping time. So don't worry about that. You should, by the way, you should have the exact same sleeping time and wake up time every single day without exceptions. Weekend, weekdays, doesn't matter. You want the exact same sleeping time and wake up time because it regulates your circadian rhythm. You wake up sharper, more recover, more energized. And I failed to do that, actually. I failed to do that in the last 3 weeks because I stopped completely reflecting. I was just living life. I might as well go to bed when I go to bed, right? Let's not even think about it. This is how I thought. Might as well go to bed when I go to bed, and I'll wake up when I wake up. But this is not how you live life, because if you live life that way, life just gets through you and you don't really experience life because you're not in control anymore. Life controls you and you're just a passenger of that life. It's not really your life. You're in a vessel, right? It's like you're not the captain of the ship anymore. You're just a crewmate, and you don't want to be the crewmate. You want to be the captain of your own ship, and your own ship is your life. It's your body. It's your soul. It's whatever. But you have to own it, and you have to own it, and you have to manage it. You have to be the captain of that whole thing. Your body, your soul, your mind, all of it. You have to control it, because otherwise it controls you. And the way to do that, the best way to do that, is to reflect at the end of that day. At the end of one day that you've had, you just reflect, right? You think to yourself, was today a good day or a bad day? And if it was a good day, you think of all the positive things that you did that day. I woke up early, right? I worked. I actually, I didn't use my phone at all. And all of those things, you want to replicate them as much as possible tomorrow. And if you've had a bad day, you think of all the things that went wrong today. Right? I didn't train hard. I used my phone like 10 hours screen time, all of that shit, right? And you want to avoid that. So at the end of that day, if it was a bad day, you just reflect and you all of those things, right? Today was a shit day because of all of those things. And what you want to do tomorrow is to, as much as many things as you can, right? You want to erase or change as many things as you can from that day. That's it. That's simply it. This is how you get back on track. You change as many bad things as possible. And if it was a good day, actually, you want to keep as many things as possible because let's be honest, right? In a perfect world, you would do all of the right things at the right time every single day. But we're not living in a perfect world. So what you want to do is avoid as many bad things as you can and do as much good things as you can. Right? This is all that you want to do if you want to have a like proper, successful, productive life. This is what you want to do. You want to avoid all the mistakes as many mistakes as possible. But of course you'll do some and it's fine. You just accept that. And you want to do as many good things as you can. Of course you won't do all of them. If it was a perfect world, you would do all of them, but it's not, right? And you have to accept that as well. So this is how you live life, right? But I've been missing that. I truly have been missing that for the last like couple of weeks. And today I woke up, and it's actually Tuesday, and I woke up, and it like it all came back, and I realized, just, you know what, the last 3 weeks I was living as an NPC, and I'm so glad. No, I'm glad for that. I'm so glad that it happened, because it gave me an experience, right? We have to be grateful of every bad things that happen to us, because otherwise we wouldn't be grateful about the good things. We wouldn't truly feel the blessing of the good things if we didn't experience the bad moments. So I'm truly grateful that it happened, because it showed me the other side of this, the coin, right? That I'm if you're not like truly present, you're just living as an NPC, and no one wants that, right? No one wants that, because if you live your life as an NPC, you'll suddenly like snap your fingers, and you're suddenly like 40, 50, 60 years old. Your whole life has passed right by you, because you didn't do anything. You didn't take the time to reflect. You didn't change anything. You stayed the same. And we don't want that, right? We do not want that. We want to change. We want to get better as a person. We want to grow as a person. And the only way you can grow as a person is to reflect every single day. At the end of the day, you just reflect on your day. What went right? What went wrong? If it went, like, all the things that went right, I want to copy them, and I want to recreate them tomorrow. And all of the bad things that went wrong, I want to eliminate them as much as possible tomorrow, so I don't make the same mistakes. That's it. That's basically it. And this is what I'll be doing for the rest of my life, until I fall back into another rough period. And I hope it doesn't happen soon. I hope it happens in years, and I hope the exact same thing for you. But just remember to just reflect. At the end of a hard day, just reflect. If it went bad, acknowledge it. There's nothing wrong with acknowledging all the bad things that happened, as long as you change them. That's the important part. If you acknowledge the bad things, you have to change them. It's one thing to know, you know what, I did something bad today, but then you have to change it. It cannot stay the same. You have to change it. So just remember that. I hope you think about me tonight before going to bed. None that way, but think about me and reflect on the day that you just had, and think about all the things that you want to keep tomorrow, and all the things that you want to actually remove tomorrow. Think about that, and I know you can, and I truly, truly believe in you, and I know you can do it.